I challenge you to a dance-off. Hands off, no trash talk, no backwalk. On the black top, just me, you, that's all.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Barndo. Just got a little bit of a short video here. I want to concentrate on what we're going to be needing to do for Season 3 of MLCW, but it's these wars that are based around the Kings League, and they're going to be breakdowns of 2 Town Hall 10s, 13 Town Hall 9s as the minimum breakdown, and we need to have a look at what we're going to be doing with bases that are set up there in your Town Hall 9 Open. So this is really one of the reasons I did YouTube when I first started, was to help my clan. And now obviously we have the ACA with the Alliance. We've actually got 3 of our ACA in the Kings League this season. Now we've got these bases where you have a look at and you sort of go, they've got exposed town halls. They're a bit weird to have a look at and you sort of go, what are we going to do with these bases? So Town Hall 9's hitting these bases, a hugely important part of the war. And I'm going to go through where our Mef's hit these 2 bases. Now he's at 69% on base number 1. And I did have a bit of a chat to him and sort of, we looked at it together on Discord, and it was absolutely amazing conversion to be able to get to where he's gone. And turn that volume down a touch more. Now, the few pointers that I wanted to see was to see what how many traps were down there by those air defences, and then also push in from the sides to allow him to get his queen. Now, when we talk about doing a queen walk, you want to make sure you're trying to avoid these infernos with your actual walk, because it's just going to give you grief at Town Hall 9. Now you can see he gets those 3 haste early, he gets them on the floor, gets rid of those archer towers, Teslas in places, and then drops his queen down on the dance floor, puts the 5 healers on her. Now he actually took 6 healers, which was an interesting idea. I don't know if the utilisation was there out of that healer. 14 unit space used on his Jimmy Bob. It's only going to give him half heals anyway. But either way, go on there, still hit the 69%. Now you see that queen, she's not under any pressure. A lot of the combinations at the moment you're seeing Clan Castle, Hound Loons, and that means by using those Loons under a haste at the start, he gets those defences down, opens up buildings for percentages, and then tests to see what's in that clan castle. If it was something nasty, he'd take it up the top, give it a bit of a slap and tickle with his queen, and away he'd go. But you can see now here, he's got mainly splash damage around the top. A couple of Teslas has come out. That Expo, that's what's giving him grief. Now you can see the queen, she's only a level 25. So it's not like it's a max level queen or anything like this. Now, this is part of it where he's probably gone a little bit slow as well, was just not to get the percentages down. He does pick up on that very shortly though, and you can see what you probably want to be doing is leading into a second rage somewhere around now. Should have had that down, and then working into the midfield. Now he's going to have 2-point defences, splash, gets that down, needs to use his ability though, just to keep it up. And this is where the raid is going to fall down slightly, because the queen's ability is finished. Enemy queen's there with point defense and just knocks out his queen. So just unfortunate. They're probably a touch late on that rage, and you can see that wizard draws those healers outside. He drops down his Jimmy Bob. That comes down. Level 22 king. Puts the healer on it. Unfortunately, those healers are on the other side of the base, but you can see he's done a lot of work now, picking up with babies, with minions, with archers, absolutely all of those buildings on the outside. He's worked hard to get there. Unfortunately, Jimmy Bob's not going to get too far in. Massive walls. That's where maybe a slightly delayed Valk in the wall breakers might have got through, but you can see the outcomes at Hound Loon. Now is going to miss in the end. I think it was 3 buildings on the outside. So 69% on that kind of an open. That showed us where some of the air traps is. It showed us what's in the clan castle and put a good chunk of percentage on that base. Later on, that base was hit from a Town Hall 10. Myself was hit for an 84%, so it was an improvement. We didn't get the 3-star, but this one here was the second hit, and he's going to go in with a very similar army, modified slightly. Starts with the 3 haste up the front there, drops out a heap of loons, gets these defences now. what was interesting was he even got some of these inside defences, the bomb towers, and also that mortar there. 3 babies in the clan castle. That was a bit weird and unexpected. Draws that up over the outside here. Now, I love it. You've got all of those defences down the bottom done. So that gives you a huge amount of buildings over there. Probably shouldn't have put those minions down. That's going to weaken his baby dragon. If he had have used poison, 2 baby dragons would have got those enemy baby dragons. But starts his queen. Uses an early rage. Wants to make sure he doesn't struggle on that clan castle and waste his ability early. So that wasn't too bad. All 3 rages are going to be for his queen walk. So he can drop one early. He's still got 2 more to keep going into the raid. Now you can see the queen, she's going about her business. Wizard on the dance floor. That's also getting a bit of damage out there. And he drops down his minions. Out they go. He could have chosen to use archers if he wanted to instead as well. But the minions are going to get a little bit more DPS in than the archers. And you can see this was the biggest problem of this raid here. It wasn't a problem with the raid. It was just where that expo is sitting. That's going to be pushing that queen the whole time. And once you start throwing in a Tesla and archer tower, you got 3-point defences. A splash with the wizard as well. That's going to really push his queen and require those rages and eat those rages, eat that ability eventually. Make sure he gets the percentage still going, gets the town hall going and working. Still going. Throws out a couple minions up top there. That's just going to help his queen go through a little bit quicker. Now, all the rages are gone. He's got the 5 healers on his queen. She's just going to fall short of getting rid of that archer tower. Obviously had to get through that gold storage first. And yeah, it keeps going. So it drops down some more baby dragons. Out comes Jimmy Bob. Puts a healer on him. He's got some Valks and wall breakers in the clan castle. Sometimes people take a giant, some golems, even bowlers in the clan castle. What I do try to say to people though, as soon as you push into this base, you're gonna not get too much further unless you're gonna use a high amount of things like Valks and Rage. The value in that raid and what he's done is that queen walk. You can see there is very little amount left inside this base. Air defenses, expos, nasty infernos, things like that. But he's absolutely wrecked it. 78%. That in the scale of this war, where it was done, has meant there's no pressure on the Town Hall 10s to hit a 2-star. They can be planning what can they do to get the 3-star. So that's just a little bit of a replay of the 2 that we had there with Meth. Great attacks, great hits. These are things that we're going to have to start encompassing into our bases. We can't be leaving our Town Halls outside when you've got Town Hall 9s that should be doing hit-ups, getting those 2-stars, returning high percentages, and going from there. So I think base building's got to be a little bit different than what we're seeing in CWL, whereas you've got to have sometimes a little bit more of an anti-2-star Town Hall 10. So, yeah, hope I've helped, and clash on.
Where you from? Who the boss? I'ma break him off. Where you from? Who the boss? Let me break it off.
I'm a monster in this